Hello and welcome to my channel. I am so sorry. I meant to do an intro as Tiffany, but I didn't get a chance to. I'm really sorry. I had to pick up my son that day, so unfortunately you get me. You get fresh-faced me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just edited it and I just ran through it really quickly. It is very long. I'm so sorry. It's literally an hour long, but I have 3 different Tiffany looks in it. And 2 of them I make from scratch. So, I mean, well, one of them I make from scratch, and one of them I do, like, accessories. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. If it's lengthy, by all means, fast forward, grab a snack, and sit down, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Okay, you guys, so the very first thing that I'm doing here is I'm trimming some fabric so that I can make some gloves. I basically bought all of my material from Fashion Nova. I know you're like, oh Jesus, but I bought all my stuff from Fashion Nova because all of their things were going on sale. I think it was like last year, and I got a gigantic, like, beautiful, huge wedding dress for like $25. So I found that, you know, that was my opportunity to be Tiffany. And here I'm just pinning them together, trying to get, like, you know, the right width. Later on I show you how I got that width. I cut off some sleeves from an existing shirt that I no longer liked and use that. Well, usually I try it on first, but I didn't. They're just gloves. Try her on backwards just for now. Ugh. And my wrist is a little tight, but it's okay. It will work. I also like gloves to be wicked tight because my arms are so tiny that, like, I've never had tight gloves, so I'm gonna have tight gloves. For a model, I used this. I cut my shirt sleeves off the other day because they were bothering the hell out of me, and I used this as like a little guide. I honestly saved it for material because I thought maybe I would use this in the future. I don't know for what for, but it actually turned out pretty good because this is where, like, this is actually usually where my elbow is. So the fact that I used it for a little guide, it actually pretty much worked. And then where's my scissors? Now where's my water? No ice! Who else loves Alex from The Mummy? He's hilarious. He cracks me up. Okay, so oh, I gotta cut all this extra fabric. No wonder it didn't really slide on very easily. There's a lot of extra fabric, Ellie. Okay. I don't know. Should this be trash or... I don't have the heart to throw this away. It's not even big enough to make anything out of it, but yet I can't throw it away. It's just a fun project. Does not need to be perfect. Plus, this is more like my rendition of what her gloves look like. She does not have a point. I just love pointy gloves, so I'm being a little crazy right now. Surprising? No. I am crazy. Like this, I want to save this. I am crazy because I want to save this, but I know I don't need it. Now we have 2 gloves. Oh, wait. I need to cut this glove too. This glove is crazy long. Waste not, want not. Okay. All right, this did not. Okay. This is so tight. But will it work? Yes, it will work. All right. This is what I have so far. Dee dee dee. It will work. So cute. I think I need to rip open the seam on this one. Maybe. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin these on top. And then I'm gonna put this little thing on the bottom where my hand is. Did you just fart? I heard that fart come from your butt. Crazy boy.
Ooh, what are these?
Those are magnets. They're the ones that are on my jacket. That's not how you say crazy. Silly boy.
Made the ultimate sandwich.
You did?
Yeah.
You're a little crazy. Kind of worked. Doesn't need to be perfect, but yet here I am perfecting it. Okay, so now we have two gloves that look really nice. Oh, this one's unraveling. Okay, you guys, so in this clip, I'm just taking some applique that I got, I think on like Temu or something like that. I really hate to like promote that website, but it was extremely cheap. I think it was only like 30 cents or something like that per piece, but I'm having difficulty here because I'm like, this piece is gigantic. So I decided to cut it up. It kind of like killed me to cut it up because they're all attached. So I was like, oh, is it gonna like, unravel once I cut it up? But no, it didn't. It's fine. It's completely fine. It looks fine. It's good for a costume, but not for bridal gloves. You can tell it's definitely a costume. Okay, you guys, so I decided to call this segment Well, Hello, Dolly, because, I mean, it's at the very, very beginning of the movie, and you really don't really see what she's wearing, but I do. I 100,000% do. I have watched that scene over and over and over again, and she is wearing a skirt leather set. And granted, it's not as, like, shiny as my material is, but I honestly love this material, so I was completely fine with, having, like, a cheap leather set, but the set that she wears in the actual movie is just it looks like it's painted on her. You can tell she's wearing like real latex. And something you guys need to know about me is I don't plan on wearing real latex anytime soon. It looks sexy. It's a cool concept, but it's not for me. Since I'm skinny, I'm always cold. So like when I'm like hot, it's hard for me to get past. So now I'm trying on the skirt, and it doesn't fit. I thought it would be perfect. Like I thought it'd be like, I don't know. I thought it would be the right amount of fabric, and it is way, way, way too small. So I decided to pin this extra panel on the side, and this gives it like way extra room. Like I don't even need this extra panel. Like I just need like a. Like, it looks like I need the extra panel because like I like put it up against my butt, and it looked like I really needed it. But I truly like I'm pretty sure I take it in a lot after I add this panel in. Okay, let's try this sucker on. I just got the extra panel on, so I figured I would probably just like measure it against my body to see how it was fitting. Then, for some odd reason in my head, it was much easier to pin the top. I don't know if it's because like I just given up on like the width at that point. I don't know what was going on, but at that point I was like, okay, I'm gonna pin the top, which is a very bad idea. I honestly think I did it backwards in this case. I honestly think this is where I go wrong when I sew, because I don't know how to sew. So like there are rules, and there are rules for a reason. Let me tell you, because if I could have done this the opposite way, if I could have like made it smaller, around first and then did the top, I would have, because this was so hard to pull through my sewing machine because the sticky sides, like the shiny side, was just so sticky to the metal on my sewing machine. So it was just like physically impossible. Now we're putting in a zipper. I don't even know why I put it in a zipper, honestly. This material is so damn stretchy that you most definitely do not need a zipper. I don't even think I used the zipper. I think maybe now I use the zipper because I like made it really, really, really tight, but I can still pull it on me. I'm so scared I'm gonna get the actual zipper. I'm so close to it. I don't think I've ever sewed this close in my life. Oh. Man, she went backwards too, I can't believe it. Wow, 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 wow. What angel was with me while I was doing that? Seriously. Seriously, if you guys don't believe in like spirit guides and angels, I don't know. I don't know what to take. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying like I'm all right, all knowing and all being and I know everything, but like, I don't know, it's just too coincidental not to have angels around. I don't know, I just feel like too much, you know, too much shit. Especially if you guys don't believe in like supernatural, like how do you explain, then how do you explain all the crap that happens to you? How do you explain that like you think of a person and then you see them 2 days later? That, I don't think that's, see how I kind of missed the top? And yes, the zipper is much higher than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like down here somewhere, but I really don't care. I'm not going to be too picky, especially because look how pretty I got the rest of the zipper. Like the top is so far apart. Oh my God. But look, that part's not too bad. This part is great down here. So I'm really getting practice in with this crap. Your string is from China. It basically burns like it's plastic. Just put this on, and then obviously it's gonna be like so big at the top. And then I think I'm gonna take like little, I don't know what they're called, but little sections, kind of like how it was in my my gloves that I took from that dress. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make tiny little sections and possibly sew them in if I do need it to make it tight, which I really do think I'm gonna need to make it tight because I mean her skirt is very tight. So right side with right side, and then I gotta make sure that I don't pin it to the outside of the zipper because that would be detrimental. Wait, is this side bigger? Yeah, put it a little lower. Come on, please go through. Oh. God, the top is so hard to pin. I'm just gonna go downward instead because that seems to work. Am I fat? What is going on? Is it just because I'm trying it over pants? Okay, so as you can see, this skirt is really big and my room is a mess. I had just like moved it around and I'm missing a bureau, so that's the reason why my clothes are everywhere. Okay, I honestly don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm just pinning it to make it smaller. If I could guess what I'm doing here, that's what I'm gonna guess that I'm doing.
Hi, so are you still hungry?
Oh, he said yes. Come on. The skirt is done. Okay, so I basically had to take it in on the sides a little bit and, you know, just take it in on the, because it was like, it was fitting my hips, but it wasn't fitting the top of my hips because now apparently I guess my butt is bigger than my hips, which has never been a thing, but now I guess it's a thing. But no, now it fits. And now I'm realizing that I don't even need a zipper because I just like shift it on. I just shifted right on my body. So I'm actually kind of upset that I like took forever just putting in a zipper, and it's so stretchy and it looks like it's tight, but it's not. It's super comfortable. Like, okay, let me get on the chair so you can see. And I really don't care about the bottom because like at least the front is even, but the back definitely not even. But not bad at all. Tell me no, but don't tell me no because I'll kick your butt, because this is a yes. This is 100% a yes. Now I'm starting to think that the jacket is not going to be so much as an easy yes. I'm kind of scared because this skirt was a testament on how hard it is for my sewing machine to get through this material. So maybe I just need to sew it with another material that I can just like rip it off of. Like, what's that material? What's that cheap material that you can get that you can like sew through? I don't know anything about sewing. So if anyone can comment down below about what that crap is. Huzzah! Are you smelling all my crap? Anyway, I'm very excited. I don't know when I'm gonna start the jacket. I have no idea. Maybe when I get a good idea of like how I'm gonna sew it. I think I'm just gonna have to sew it inside out like you're supposed to, because lately, because it's a costume, I have been sewing it on the outside whenever like it doesn't go through. But like it's been, oh my god, you guys, it's been getting really, really tough in some certain areas. Like there's just so many holes and stuff, and I just don't want to keep sewing it if it's just not going to look good, you know? So I honestly rather there be like a little section missing some thread rather than there be like a million holes around. So let me see if I can find the example. I think this is the example right in the damn front. Is that it, or is it the back? I have no idea. I think it's the back. Here, I'll show you. See, I don't even use the zipper. I just slide them off. Goodness, so ridiculous. But it's kind of cute to have a zipper in the back, I guess. Like, look at this. Oh, it's in the back. Okay, that's not that bad. I guess I'm glad it's in the back. But look at all of these. Look at that. Like, look at that row of holes. Oh my god. Thank God it's in the back, I guess. I really don't care because honestly, that part of her costume is covered by her jacket. So it's really not a big deal. I just need the bottom to look good. I honestly didn't realize that I put a seam in the front, but I kind of like it because it's like an off seam. I actually like, you know, asymmetrical things like asymmetrical dresses. I like things to be like kind of off-centered and stuff like that. So anyway, wish me luck on this jacket because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, you guys, it's time to do the sleeves, and I decided to take the sleeves that from a shirt that I was wearing actually in the previous clip. I was wearing like I think it was like a crushed velvet shirt. That shirt's from Hollister, and that shirt, I can't explain to you, but I have a love-hate relationship with that shirt. And that's the reason why I cut off the sleeves. Okay, so now looking back at these clips, I'm realizing that I cut two sleeves, but one sleeve was finished and one sleeve was unfinished. So I had to go back and I had to basically cut a brand new sleeve. So this sleeve you see me cutting, I'm not going to use. I basically still have it as a sleeve, and I'm possibly going to use it as like extra material if I need it one day. Alright, so in this clip I'm basically taking the dress that I got from Fashion Nova. I got two X's in this really, really long maxi dress. So like I had plenty of material. But I decided to use my Jessica Simpson jacket because this was like the tightest jacket I have like right now. It fits me the best. It's the tightest. It's an extra small. It truly like fits me like a glove. So I was like, okay, I want this jacket to fit me like a glove, so I'm going to, mimic it after this one. It was a great idea at first, but I will show you later on where I think I went wrong. I mean, granted, I went wrong with like most of this video because I do not know how to sew. By the way, with that said, this isn't a tutorial. This is basically just a fun video of like me doing my Halloween costume and like DIY. So like, please, please, please do not do anything I say or do. I mean, if I tell you to do something, then it probably will be fine. But like, don't replicate what I'm doing here, please, because like all I'm doing is taking a piece of fabric and putting it up against a jacket and hoping that I can get the same panels. Look how skinny that is compared to this. Ugh. That's why you need to measure. I don't like measuring, so. Okay, so this is me just cutting out panels and just hoping for the best. At some point, I even look up at the camera because I'm like, oh, please let this work. But just cutting out panels and basically try to get them as like close as possible. Not just close, but like big as possible. So I have like some seam allowance, not just so I'm not, struggling later on. I just want similar sizes. I'm not going for anything crazy right now. I'm not going for proximity. We're just going for... We're gonna leave the rest alone because I can... Yeah, we're gonna leave the rest alone. Definitely. Why did I cut both sides like that? That was really stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have cut both sides like that. But thank God it's bigger. I just realized I cut both sides like this. Like the angle right here. Wait, where is it? Wait, the angle right here, but for this angle in the shoulder. This little angle in the shoulder. And then I realized that that's not how it's gonna go. But then I realized that the second one that I marked is actually kind of taller, so I don't think I made a difference. I think definitely gave myself enough seam allowance. I think I just cut it like that because I was like, okay, now I'm going around. So hopefully it's okay. I don't know. Okay, so these panels are being duplicated so that I can have two of them, and I'm putting right side on right side so I can actually have the right, panel. A moment that lives rent-free in my head. Those guys are not like those guys. If you literally can name that movie, you get my next recommendation. The first person to comment whatever movie that is, whatever movie you want, I'm watching. Please don't make me watch La La Land. Please. I can't get past that movie. I can't. I've tried. I can't get past the first 60-second mark. So I'm probably just gonna take this and I'm probably just gonna cut it in half because then it will be perfectly even on both sides. And then we got perfect amount on both sides to probably fit, which is great. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it right here. Now I may have to use maybe some like structural stuff for the bottom just to make sure that it like stays, you know, it doesn't roll, because obviously, you know, things tend to roll on me. So I might have to add something like this. Some really strong stuff. Actually, if I add this, this might actually make it easier to sew. I just realized that. Okay, you guys, this is literally taking forever, so that's the only reason why I'm not videotaping it. So I'm just going to tell you briefly what I've been doing. So I've been putting the panel on the jacket, and I've been basically pinning the panels to the jacket where it's supposed to be, and then adding the next panel so that when I'm adding a next panel, they're not shifting in any way. So right now I've gotten the middle panel, which seems to be pretty even, because when I lift it up, it's only like, do you see how close it is to the actual seams? So that seam is right there, and it's right underneath, and then that seam is right there, and it's right underneath. So it's going like according to plan. I want to say it's probably a smidgen bigger than this actual jacket, but it should be fine, because once I put it all together, it should be okay. Like once I pull it all together. Now I'm trying to do underneath the armpit, which is the hardest part. I've already done this tiny little section right here. So I'm basically putting pins in the jacket seam with the fabric and making sure that when I'm pinning these two together that they don't move. So that's basically what I'm doing. And I'm watching Rolly as I'm doing it. He's talking me through it. Not really, but you know, he's talking me through, you know, bad tattoos and bad piercings, and it's helping. These remind me of the piercings, so. All right, I'll let you know how it goes. He's knocked out. Okay, so this is what I have so far. It's looking great. It's looking really good. I don't know if it's because it's the material and it looks like it could just like camouflage anything. I'm getting Batman vibes because it's so glistening, but I honestly think it's coming out pretty good. Some panels are obviously bigger than others, you know, like the small, but I could always take them back in. I could always, you know, I haven't sewn it yet. It's still pinned, but I think I'm going to sew it together, and I think I'm going to see how it fits so far. And then if I need to take anything in, all I have to do is like redo the seam, which isn't that bad. I feel like that's, you know, a good start. Like if I start sewing these together, and like for example, see how this one is like a little bit thicker than this one. This one's kind of like, actually it's much smaller. I feel like that's fine though, because like you can't really tell because it's going to be underneath my armpit, and if I have a problem I can just go in later on, like I said, and cut that seam, make it smaller. So this is what I have so far. Still watching videos and still trying to figure out what to do next. Maybe it's sewing time. Okay, so I'm finding out that putting the felt in between the fabric is actually much easier than just sewing the fabric together. So I'm putting in, almost like boning, I'm putting in like tiny little channels of this white felt on the inside. Obviously you won't be able to see it because I'm going to line it a little bit. I'm not going to line it like crazy. I'm going to line like the jacket part, but not my arms. I don't care about my arms being lined. I'm not going to wear this like all the time, so it's not like a big deal. But I did notice that my sewing machine doesn't skip when I do that. So I'd rather just have, you know, this white felt boning in it and not have to go through it 3 or 4 times, because I tried to do the top without the felt, but it didn't work. It kept skipping. It kept skipping and skipping, and I really don't want to mess up this fabric because it's cheap. this fabric is so cheap, so I don't want to like keep stabbing it with my sewing machine because then it looks even more cheap. So I think I'm gonna have to take the L on this because honestly, look, you can see it skipped right. No, actually no, that was a purposeful skip. But I wanted to show you, like, there's a tiny little section right here. See how, like, it looks good, don't get me wrong, it looks good, but it looks more like ratted right there. Just because, like, and then look at this seam. Literally perfect seam. So I don't want to keep doing seams over and over and over again, especially if it's just gonna, you know, skip and ruin the fabric. Like, I'm not gonna sit here all day and just keep sewing the same line over and over again and watch it just demolish the fabric. So thankfully it didn't do it on the arms. I don't know why, I don't know how or why it didn't do it on the arms. See, that's weird. In the arms it's fine, but I'm so scared that it's gonna do it. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe if I do maybe if I sew, you know, good side against good side, maybe that's when it doesn't catch. Maybe because like when I'm sewing, when I sewed the top, I basically sewed it like this. I basically like folded it up and tried to sew it. So that means that the shiny part can't be on the outside. Okay. But I still want some kind of like structure in that jacket because it's so thin, you know? So I think, like I said, I'm gonna have to take the L because I was gonna use this felt for another part. Okay, so far I have this. And sorry, I'm not showing my progress because I'm literally just sewing like tiny little lines. So, okay, you guys saw how I pinned this together. Looks pretty good. I don't know what they're called, but I'm gonna call them channels. But basically making tiny little boning. It's not gonna make a difference. It's just gonna make sure that it doesn't like completely just fall when I put it on. So, okay, so this is what I have so far. It looks great from the outside because of this, you know, really cheap friggin' fabric. I don't know what it is, but it makes it look good. Okay, so we got this. Each line has a little boning, but I flopped it over this side so that the bottom of the jacket could be sewn together on this line because I feel like it would give it a lot of structure if I flip it over while this is still here. If not, I could obviously cut it, you know, make it easier to fold, but I'm thinking that's what I want to do so that it has more of like a finish on the other side. So I'm gonna do that next and we're gonna see how that comes out. I'm trying to do like one step at a time. I'm trying to go slowly because, you know, when I rush through projects, I do have mistakes, and obviously this isn't going to be perfect, and I don't want it to be perfect because that I don't do perfection. Okay, this is what I have so far. I added the front panel, which seems to be very tall, but it's okay. We can slim her down, not a big deal, but, you know, she made the second panel really, really, really small, but not as small as this panel. This panel is so tiny, so that's gonna be off, but I think it's gonna come out good because I pinned it. It looks pretty straight, and then I gave it some room so that I was able to sew this, and then it will be hopefully finished. Well, not finished, but I mean, like, you know. Anyway, so now I'm doing this side. I'm trying to get it so it like lays straight. It's definitely not laying straight because it's more at like an angle, so I'm just trying to give it more room on this side. I don't know, wish me luck. I know for a fact this is going to be kind of wonky, but it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right now it's coming out pretty damn good. Still trying to wrap my head around it, but I think it's working. Okay, you guys, I'm starting to do the part, like the front of the jacket. I know that these are way too big. Don't mind the lighter. I'm just singeing off some of the fibers, but I made it big just in case I needed more fabric. I don't think I'm gonna need that much fabric. I think I'm gonna cut it off like right there or something like that, but I just want to make sure that I had enough because the ones I cut out initially were kind of small. They were little, so I mean, and they were both the same shape. and the same side, so I had to make different ones. So after I sew this on, I'm gonna do the arms, and then I think I'm gonna do the back, and then we're gonna have a full jacket. Wish me luck. This is the part where I decide to make things more difficult. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Ellie, all you had to do was make a jacket. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to do anything fancy. You didn't have to add these, these cool little things in. You didn't have to do this. And this is where, basically the downfall happens, is that, I can't just make a regular jacket. I have to make it special, and I have to, add in special touches here and there. Oh God, and it looks good when I'm pinning it down. It looks great. It literally looks wonderful. If I could take back this time right now, where this jacket is right now, I probably would, because I think I would have done it a little differently. I'm not even kidding you guys. I think I flipped up this jacket for like an entire hour and just looked at it and just kept flipping it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And finally I decided just to pin it along the line and sew it, you know, just to get over with, because I was like, oh my God, I had been playing with this mannequin for like so long. Okay, you guys, this is what I have so far. It's not looking great, but it's also looking absolutely horrible. This side could have come out so much more smooth, but honestly, like, look how that side came out. Wow, I might have to do that over again. It's starting to like mesh together and like look the same. But I think the next thing that I gotta do is I have to somehow attach this to this and then do the sleeves. So, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so now it's sewn down, and now we have like the front panels, and now I'm still just fondling it. I'm still trying to figure out how it's gonna lay, and if I could literally get this jacket back to this point, I literally would, because I really feel like I made it just a little too snug and a little too small. I honestly might just like rip it open. I might like take the top out, like where that, that fold is, and I might just redo it, because the bottom half of the jacket and like the panels, I think I did a great job with that, and it was truly looking bigger and just well put together. For the last like 3 hours, maybe, I want to say, maybe 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, I have just been touching the jacket and pinning and touching and pinning and just trying to think of something that works. And that's what I got. I got that collar. I got the tiny little back. I had to add a little bit more a patch to the back of my jacket because it was getting a little more open than I cared for. And then I did another sleeve because I had one sleeve that wasn't finished and one sleeve that was finished. So I decided to do both sleeves like that. So now they're identical and they match. So now they won't look weird because one side, you could see them. So I didn't want one side to be finished and then the other side not to be finished. So I made another sleeve with my extra material, which kind of killed me because I didn't want to cut up that material, because I was thinking I could make like an additional skirt with it. I think I might actually be able to make a skirt after all of this. It's crazy. I mean, I did buy 2 dresses, so it does make sense that I have a lot of material, but it's just funny to me. What's your favorite Spice Girls song? Comment down below. Oh, mine has to be, I love Never Give Up on the Good Times, but I also love Stop Right Now, Thank You Very Much. What's the other one I love? I love the Spice World soundtrack. That's really good. There's a lot of songs from that. Just movie that like exists that you're like, I wish it was a real song. Even when they do come on, come on, come on, come on. That's the best. It's like literally 4 words. Is it? Come on, I said it. 5 words. I mean, they do sing more lyrics. I'm just kidding. Obviously, no. But still. You know you're writing good music when you barely have to say anything and it's like, it gets you going. Also, the Saturday Night Divas soundtrack, when they're, that's what you are, and in the Saturday night, and then the feeling is right. No, we get so far. Get down, get deeper and down. Down, deeper and down. Get down, get deeper and down. That's my favorite fucking song from the Girls. Well, bam, right there. Saturday night. Even though it's not really a song. Wow, they really do talk about a lot, because in the other song, they go, trust it, use it, prove it, groove it, show out it now. Well, I killed that last verse, but those girls are the best. If anyone disagrees with me, you gotta, I'm sorry. You gotta leave this channel if you disagree that the Spice Girls are one of the best bands that have ever friggin' existed. Sorry, I believe that wholeheartedly. Like, those girls got together, like, it was like magic. I think so. I love doing this trick with the scissors. If you need to, like, instead of pulling it, it just cuts it. I don't know why, but I love this trick. I think it's the coolest trick I have ever figured out when it came to sewing. The scissor trick when you're trying to get a seam up. All right, I undid it. Okay, this is not gonna fit, just to let you guys know. This is not gonna fit. This is very, very tight. I wanted it really tight, but oh my God, it's really tight. But I think it will do the job. My God, it's so tight. It's because her jacket is so unbelievably tight in the movie. So I'm gonna have to get something to attach it right here. And then I think I'm gonna get something, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm just gonna install a zipper halfway, cause like that's the only way it will go even halfway up. It's so tight. It's like a baby jacket. It's literally like a baby jacket. But also, I mean, if it was big, it wouldn't be Tiffany. You know, it has to be tight and crazy as hell, but. Oh my God, that actually doesn't look that bad. Wait a minute, wait, what's going on? You guys. I'm gonna have to like really, maybe it was a bad idea to put the white part in here, or I might have to, Oh, I could sew it. I could sew it down. I got that song stuck in my head now. Living Dead Girl. Literally. All right, so tight. But it looks like her jacket. Tell me no. Tell me it doesn't look like her jacket. I'm so excited. One arm is longer than the... Stop it. It's longer by like a centimeter. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just gonna keep it long. I don't even care. Okay, so I'm gonna install a zipper halfway. I'm gonna have to make the zipper like, oh, okay. I have to remember too, I'm not gonna be wearing anything underneath. I don't think I'm gonna be wearing that shirt that I made earlier, because it's like, why? You can't even see the top, so you can't even see where I messed it up. Eee! Okay, all right, I'm excited. I'm happy. It still has a lot of unfinished stuff on it, but for a first-time jacket, I think I did a pretty damn good job, especially for like something that I'm just gonna wear for like photos and stuff like that. Yes, I'm very happy. This is tiny. This is like a size 12 in girls. This is so tiny. This is so small. But the lining looks pretty good. I had to like take it in a little bit at the top because the lining was obviously bigger than the jacket. Another thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to find out a way that I'm going to attach the bottom. Then again, a zipper might work. A zipper might very well work. Okay, so this is up and close and personal with it. See, I have some, you know, loose strings, and it's very, very, like, it's not finished. You see how, like, I just basically, instead of, like, putting it in on its side and, like, you know, finishing it the right way, I didn't. I just basically folded it in, and, you know, see, I have stuff still sticking out, which means I still have to, like, cut, and I still have to get rid of all of these long strings. But other than that, she's coming along. You guys, after all of my hard work, I didn't even realize I sewed I sewed the wrong zipper onto it. I sewed a regular zipper onto it. So I won't be able to get into this. I have to take the zipper off. But now I don't know what to do. Now I don't know how I'm going to be able to wear this, at least kind of closed. Let's see, I have a couple of different ideas. It's not like you guys can help me through the phone, but at least you guys get to see the thought process and what's going on. So I can't use magnets. Definitely can't use magnets. I use magnets for a lot of stuff. Can't use magnets for this. I could use these magnets. I think these are the magnets I'm thinking of. I think I'm gonna have to use these magnets because I honestly think this is the only way I'm gonna get that jacket to close properly. I could very well do the other route, but I really don't think it's going to look good. I only think that these are used for like lingerie and small closures. I don't think they're used for like big closures like that. So I don't think I should use these because I don't think they'll look good. And I also don't think that they would like function well. I think they'll make like the jacket buckle in a weird way. So I think I'm going to use these. The only problem is I'm going to have to hand sew them, which is not that bad. I don't mind hand sewing, but still. Let's see what we have. I bought these a few years ago to put on a jacket, and they didn't really work well because I put it on a fake fur jacket, and they're not as strong to work on a jacket, on a fur jacket. But I really do think that these could work on this leather jacket because the leather jacket is much smaller. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna grab 4. I think 4 is enough. I'm gonna grab they look like they're the same, but I have light and I have dark. They look like they're the exact same thing, but I promise these ones are actually darker. See how they don't really reflect, and then these ones are really, really bright. So just in case you can see them, I'm going to use the dark ones. I wish I had black ones, but I don't have black ones. These are the closest thing I have to black, which is, they're like a slate gray. So even though this is not the solution I want, I feel like it's the solution that I'm gonna have to come to in order to be able to wear this jacket. So, oh well. That's what happens when you do craft projects and like you don't like buy anything new. You just do them with all the stuff that you have. And unfortunately, I have to do that right now because I am broke. I do not have extra money, so. I literally haven't eaten anything today. So bad. No one do that, please. No one ever do that. No one ever, you know, just skip out on all your meals. It's 1:35 and I've had like a handful of pepperoni. Not a good thing. And it's not the reason why I'm skinny either. I don't want to hear any freaking comments like that. Okay, you guys. This looks like a jacket. And it looks like a really messed up jacket. No, I sewed that together. Why is that always the case? After I detach this, I'm gonna try it on for the first time because I keep putting my arms in it, but I'm like, I should actually like get on camera and put it on and see how it looks. When you're trying to achieve that like look, the second look, the Bride of Chucky, with like the dark eye, with like the red and the purplish in the background. I don't know why, but the Jaclyn Hill palette, Sparks, mixed with even Rockstar. You can even mix Sparks and Rockstar together. That would work. But A3 from the Norvina palette. Oh my god. A3 and Sparks equals this. Like, tell me no. Tell me no. Tell me no, this is not Tiffany's color. This is literally, like, I don't know if the light's doing it justice, but I swear to God, in person, it looks just like Tiffany's eyeshadow color. I'm so excited because it took me forever to, like, figure out what kind of, like, reddish, purplish, like, no one has that color in their arsenal. No one. So you have to mix. You have to figure it out. And if you just so happen to have the Vault and a Norvina palette, or just the Vault, you actually might be able to, you know, turn yourself into Tiffany. I like to help. I like to help. If that helps anyone, I'm happy. Well, hello, Dolly. When you're someone who doesn't know how to sew and then you don't run out of material, that's like, what? What did you just say? It's like, who? It's like, this isn't reality. If I don't run out of material, this isn't real. This is all fake. Living dead girl. Ooh, that cracked. Definitely ripped a seam there. In reality, I am a pig. I'm sweating like a little pig. Look, see? Right there. Sweating like a little pig. And I need to take this off. I need to take this off. I feel like a pig. Literally